the things, the insights, the wisdom, the theology of the church, it's not just information that you just learn and memorize. There's an insight into the dignity of the person that is only realized in their relationship with each other.
Fast forward from Genesis into Christ, and he calls us to pray for laborers to go out into the vineyard, right, into the field, to produce this. There's a harvest out there, and then and that there's this.
And it's getting ruined, right? Because it's just sitting on the vine, withering away, right?
So we've got to go out there and cultivate and harvest and work and again, but it's again that relationship that of this gardener who goes into the garden and doesn't demand that the fruit rise, or doesn't chastise the fruit for not getting into the basket. Like he's got to, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
this
right.
work.
Yeah.
That this relationship and this gentleness and this care. You got to be careful with the fruit, right?
Yeah.
And all that. So it's just interesting. So that's great that at your your undergrad degree you had this formation. So then when I saw you, that was post Florida State, and then you were at the JP2 Institute together, which was a great time. And talk about the formation too, like you talked about with the fellowship that you had with the brothers. That's what I experienced. I felt not only in the classroom, but with our fellow students, classmates, the professors. There was this relationship that was beautiful.
Yeah, I mean one of the things. So with it was a great experience of a Catholic school. Like I hadn't gone to Catholic schools.
That was my first time.
First time I'd ever gone to what was a Catholic school, and since I've become more familiar with Catholic schools and worked in Catholic schools.
Me too.
But they had their sense of what a Catholic school wasn't just a place where they taught Catholic things.
No.
Right? That they had very intentionally cultivated a Catholic culture among the students. So it was very odd. We went to school there, and you didn't pick your classes. They said, "Here are your classes. This is your schedule." Right. Which was very weird. Like, don't I get to pick the classes I want? And like, I don't even know what is this. What is this metaphysics stuff? Why do I have to study that? Right. And it's like, this is what you're going to do, and we all went through it together.
And you trusted,
and we didn't totally trust it at first. Like, what is this? And why do I have to study this? And can't we just get on with the theology of the body and stuff? Or whatever. And but we all go through it together, and there was a real sense of a class that went together in the way we studied. Whenever I was in high school or college, I never went to a study. I did go. Let's study together, but we never studied together.
Right.
I never got anything done.
Yeah.
Because you want to talk about or do anything else than what you're supposed to study. Right.
There's a lot of distractions. A lot of things
and other stuff that we're talking about, and we always have to we have to study this. And it was like, I really got to the point where the only time I was going to get anything done academically was when I was by myself.
Yeah.
It was at the institute. It was a complete opposite.
Yes.
Like I couldn't understand what it was we were studying.
Yeah.
Except in that conversation that we would have. So we would
many fruitful conversations.
We would meet together to study, and it was all the different fruits. Like there was once, I remember Rainey had her notes were beautiful.
Yes, I remember being so jealous because at first, at the beginning of the semester, I'm very clear with my notes and taking my time. By the 10, I'm like rushing through, and I'm like, I don't even know what I wrote down. But
how she recorded.
Yeah, it was an art.
Do that? And we would have. Now, what would happen was she struggled to really understand what was said, but she had what was said.
Right.
And if I took. My notes were terrible. I was notorious. I hardly had any notes. I had like one page.
Yeah, you had a very clear desk most of the time. Yeah. I'm sitting back. I'm frantically writing everything, burning my pencil to the ground.
And everyone's like, how does he do that without taking any notes? But it was because for me, like, when I write, I wasn't able to attend.
Yeah.
And so, this is by my learning style. And so...
When we all came together and we all had our own strengths.
Yeah, that's right.
And we're all kind of sharing our insights.
That's right.
It was so cool because I remember times we'd like, what was that again? Like, and then so we had to reference her notes because it was important, right? And then we could continue with this.
I would go, right. Yeah, that's right. And it was, and then we would, and so we didn't want to talk about anything else than what we were studying, which was like a really bizarre but beautiful thing. That we worked together and studied together. And at the end of that 2 years, you take these this like week-long qualifying exams, a whole bunch of exams
Yeah.
on like everything you
Yeah,
ever studied.
yeah.
And, you know, we were all stressed out, and we all worked really hard to study together. And when it came time to take those exams, we were worried about them, but we felt, I mean, I think we all felt so well prepared to take
Yes.
those exams.
Yeah.
Like, we're like, oh, we know how to, oh, no problem.
Right.
We wrote that thing out. And it was just a great experience of being able to learn together.
Yes.
Because you don't, and you realize that the things, the insights, the wisdom, the theology of the church, the real depths of it are, it's not just information that you just learn and memorize. Like,
Yeah.
there's an insight into the dignity of the person that is only realized in their relationship with
Yeah.
each other. And so that diversity of skills and diversity of gifts, those things that we read about in the scriptures about, you know, one body and many parts.
Yeah.
You know, when you're really working hard at the difficult task of studying like that, and you're doing that in the context of a genuine community
Right.
of thinkers and of workers, you know, there was a real camaraderie.
Yeah.
Give it all away. Oh, oh, oh.